Special thanks to Cablecast for sponsoring tonight's program. Welcome to the 2023 Hometown Media Awards celebration, the national awards program recognizing achievement in public, education, and government access television and community media work across the United States. This program is presented by the Foundation of the Alliance for Community Media. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate the best in community media. We had close to 1,000 submissions, and the competition was fierce. Thanks again to Hometown Media Awards sponsor Cablecast. We could not have put on this special event without your help and support. The first category is About Access and Empowerment. These are programs that exemplify how community access television empowers people to speak about issues that affect them. In the category of About Access and Empowerment, Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to J. April from Akaku Maui Community Media for the project titled Roots of Access.
Video is a new thing. I don't think there was anything such as video before 1958 or so. And there was no such thing as portable video until about 1968 or so. So before that, we had to experience everything live.
In the category of About Access and Empowerment Community Radio, the hometown goes to WPPM 106.5 FM from PhillyCam for the project titled Community Radio as a Tool for Change.
I want to kind of ask both of you about, thinking about this question, right? Like how community radio can promote or be used as a tool for change. Can you both kind of speak on that,
The Access Program promo category recognizes short promotional videos, less than 5 minutes in length, about an access program or channel. In the category of Access Program Promo Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Kyle Lowe and Ben Cruz from CMAC, Fresno Clovis, for the project titled Download the CMAC app.
And download the app. That's it. You'll be able to stream CMAC Live or watch your favorite programs on demand. For the latest updates, follow us on social media or check out cmac.tv. Happy streaming.
The audio programming category covers news, talk, music, or entertainment audio broadcast from an access center on the radio, internet, or as a podcast. In the category of Audio Programming Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jason Gray from Gillette Public Access Television for the project titled Let's Talk Gillette.
But what is Labor Day for? What does it mean? Is it the end of summer? The last barbecue of the year? Great deals on furniture? No. Labor Day is intended to celebrate the achievements of the labor movement of the 1800s, which is to...
In the category of Audio Programming Community Radio, the hometown goes to 2022 WPPM News Fellows from PhillyCam for the project titled Block by Block.
Expungement clinics are events where people can find help clearing and completely erasing their criminal records. Block by Block reporter and community organizer Maleka Fruin spoke with members of 2 organizations that have held clinics in the region to find out how expungement clinics work and why they're needed.
In the category of Audio Programming Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Mary McCauley, Mary Forster, Mary Elliott, and Nick Woodbury from Westford Community Access Television Incorporated for the project titled Married to Real Estate with Dr. Mamie Parker.
Head north to Wisconsin, and a lot of differences, but a lot of similarities because, again, on the banks of the Mississippi River, just a different river, right? Yeah. I mean, the same river, but different people and a different scenery there.
Next up, we have children's programs, informational or entertainment programs targeted for audiences of children 12 years old and younger. In the category of Children's Programs Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Kelsey Kobylarek from Shelby TV for the project titled The Treehouse.
As you can tell, I'm here at the Shadbush Nature Center, and this is where our episode's gonna kick it off. So let's go check out what we've got going on. Hi, my name is Kaylin. I work at the Burgess.
In the category of Children's Programs Independent Producer, The hometown goes to Liza Obremski from The Liza Show for the project titled The Liza Show, Episode 1.
Oh, yes, of course. What are your names? Liza, I like those names.
Me too. Hey, we're going for a walk. Would you like to join us?
Oh, please join us. We'll have a splendid time.
The Community Events Activism/Rallies category is awarded for coverage of community events such as rallies and events intended to bring about social or political change. In the category of Community Event Activism/Rallies Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to KOCT Community Television for the project titled Pride by the Beach, Oceanside 2022.
Pride is connected to all the services that the North County LGBTQ Center provides. To see today the outcome of years of community work. It happens every day, not just during Pride. It's a great joy to all of us.
In the category of Community Event Activism/Rallies Student, the hometown goes to Teen Tiger TV from WPAA TV and Community Media Center for the project titled What's in the Bag? Coalition for a Better Wallingford.
Yeah, week 6, without a doubt. Week 6 was all about nature, bringing our families together, gratitude, and that's what brought everyone down here to attend the summer finale. So week 6 was definitely our...
The next awards are for community events, general, awarded for coverage of community events such as award ceremonies and other special community events. In the category of Community Events General Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to the Omni Center for Public Media and City of Carmel, Indiana, from the Omni Center for Public Media and City of Carmel for the project titled Winter Games.
Methodist women, and this is our second time we've done this. We had such a great time the first time that we wanted.
In the category of Community Events General Community Radio, the hometown goes to Molly Marcello from KZMU Moab Community Radio for the project titled Citizen Soapbox.
Taking the allotted 2 or 3 free speech minutes to tell them what's on his mind. But in this setting, I don't hear any railing against local leaders for something they did or didn't do. I'm hearing mainly poetry.
It's an opportunity to express your free speech.
In the category of Community Events General Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Leah Wells from CAPS Media for the project titled Travel Today with Leah, Earth Day Bolsa Chica.
Your host Leah, as we learn about this area and the interesting facts of the changes that have happened to the ecological area, enjoy the Earth Day festivities, and learn about the birds. So stay with me.
In the category of Community Events General Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV Crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 Germantown Horse Show, Crosstalk Special Edition.
Hello and welcome to GHS TV's special coverage of the 73rd Germantown Charity Horse Show. I'm your moderator, Tia Lyons. Every year, Germantown welcomes competitors from all over the country to compete and showcase their equestrian skills in one of the largest all-breed horse.
The Community Events Parades/Festivals category is awarded for coverage of community events such as parades and festivals. In the category of Community Events Parades/Festivals Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jason Baldwin, Tim Kistner, Will Shannon, and Zoe Sobel from KPU TV for the project titled Live in Ketchikan 2022 Blueberry Festival.
It is the 47th Annual Blueberry Arts Festival, and we are so excited. We're going to have it downtown again this year for the second year in a row. We have about 30 new booths, 30 more.
In the category of Community Events Parades/Festivals Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Esther Queen Mixie Leliev from Brick Brooklyn Free Speech for the project titled A return to Carnival.
Too. And you know we are here at the Brooklyn Museum featuring Youth Fest. Now you know Mixie loved the kids, so stay tuned for some highlights also from the Grammy Museum for Marshall Montano's 40th anniversary.
In the category of Community Events Parade/Festival Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 live coverage of the 49th Annual Germantown Festival.
Hello and welcome to GHS TV's live coverage of the 49th Annual Germantown Festival. I'm Brandon Sewell.
And I'm Tia Lyons. As you can see, we are not in our normal spot for our live coverage this year. That is because of the weather we've been experiencing.
Our next category is Community Impact. These are awarded to programs that generate community involvement. In the category of Community Impact Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Paula Hershey and David Heavenor from Town of Barnstable for the project titled Sandy Neck Beach Park Turtle Rescue.
A 4-day wind event. It was mostly out of the north and northeast, and that generally is an opportunity for turtles to come on shore at Sandy Neck. As you know, they've been coming on shore in Wellfleet and Truro.
In the category of Community Impact Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Ranjna Mena from Cupertino TV Productions for the project titled Cleaning Up the Guadalupe Watershed.
Yeah, so this is the Guadalupe River here. When the rains come up, the water floods into this floodplain here. And so a lot of trash, plastics get stuck down here. And so today the work we're doing.
In the category of Community Impact Student, the hometown goes to Giada Strom from Speak MPLS for the project titled The Get Down Coffee Company.
So I've been a regular at a coffee shop since I was like 14 years old, and it's just been a fun line of work. I've always been fascinated with everything that has to do with coffee and how it can bring so many different people together.
The Democracy in Action category is awarded to programs that cover national, state, or local elections. In the category of Democracy in Action Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Frank Schott, Charles Douglas, Charlie Walters, and Mark Carapeza from Nantucket Community Television for the project titled Nantucket Election Coverage 2022.
Hi, my name is Sebastian, and I'll be asking people, why is it important to vote in local elections?
Because government starts at the local level.
That's where most of the issues matter in your community.
It's probably more important to vote in local elections than anything, to kind of be part of the process and to be part of the...
In the category of Democracy in Action Community Radio, the hometown goes to Larry McGlynn, Denise Clay Murray, and Lance Haver from PhillyCam for the project titled The Philadelphia Hall Monitor.
And, you know, one of the things that both Fetterman and Shapiro have guaranteed is that they ran on that platform, you know, that they promised to protect abortion rights in Pennsylvania, so at least for 4 more years. In
the category of Democracy in Action Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Patty Piatz, producer, Jennifer Zielinski, Max Reimer, and Diane Napper, hosts, and Steve Malone and Jennifer Zielinski, camera/crew, for the project titled Republican Roundtable.
Voting Day, Election Day. With us today, we do have 3 great guests. We have Sean Holster, Doug Fulton, Ryan Chase, all running in the South Metro area. And one thing we like to ask you guys first is, who are you and why are you running for office? And I'll start with Sean.
In the category of Democracy in Action Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 Live Coverage of Election Night.
The 2022 midterms are here, but who will take control of Congress is anyone's guess. Hello and welcome to GHS TV's award-winning coverage of Election Night 2022. I'm your moderator, Brandon Sewell, coming to you live from the campus of Germantown High School. We'll be on air and online tonight until 10 p.m.
Next up are those in the documentary category, awarded to documentary format programs about an event, occurrence, or issue of social importance. In the category of Documentary Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jonathan Alexander from City of Hyattsville for the project titled Namesake.
But there were so many people who had new ideas around what defined the city of Hyattsville and who they wanted to choose as a namesake, or what ideals or concepts they wanted to recognize here in the city of Hyattsville.
Renaming a park is just that, the name. It's actually what happens.
In the category of documentary community radio, the hometown goes to Lanita Duke from Grassroot News Northwest for the project titled LTAR, A Woman's Right versus Supreme Court Might.
Hello, my name is Mary Lee, and I live in Portland, Oregon, and I work for The Mill, the Multnomah Idea Lab.
Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk About Race. Our topic, the possible...
In the category of documentary independent producer, the hometown goes to Marvin Jackson from Prince George's Community Television for the project titled Women of Color in STEM, Past, Present, and Future.
You can't catch me on a bad day, because every day I'm having a blast. My background is engineering, I did many years of school and research within biomedical engineering.
In the category of documentary student, the hometown goes to Allison Flynn from Northampton Open Media for the project titled One Last Note, the Northamptones.
I don't know, we're a group, and I guess by nature of being a group, we're all depending on each other to get the best result, and you can't be good just with one person. You gotta all rely on each other. I think that's what really defines the group for me.
The documentary biography category is awarded to documentary format programs that examine a person or organization. In the category of Documentary Biography Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Matthew Boyd, Jeremy Thomas, Mike Seacrest, Susan Schrock, and Jay Warren from City of Arlington, Texas, for the project titled Journey to Baseball Town docuseries.
A sports writer from the Dallas Morning News, Frank Luxa, he said Nolan Ryan follows him to the mound Friday night at Arlington Stadium for the 1993 home opener. Ryan himself has done all right by the Rangers. He gave them a national identity, but Tom Vandergriff gave the Rangers life.
In the category of Documentary Biography Community Radio, the hometown goes to Sage Tangway and Jim Cohen from WTJU Radio for the project titled Circle of Willis Halloween Special.
So, I've got a story to share with you, and this is the story of Anne Green.
It's a very interesting story.
She worked in the house of Sir Thomas Reed, who was a justice of the peace. She was a scullery maid. She was 22 years old.
In the category of Documentary Biography Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Leah Wells from KOCT-TV North County, San Diego for the project titled Travel Today with Leah, Ocean Institute.
Welcome to Travel Today to Dana Point, California. Join me, your host, Leah, as we go to South Orange County to a beautiful coastal town, and we're going to enjoy the festivities at the harbor today. As you can see behind me, I'm standing in front of the ocean.
In the category of Documentary Biography Student, the hometown goes to Daniel Taylor from Laura Batchelor Middle School BTV for the project titled The Forgotten Hero Carl Lutz.
His father owned a sandstone quarry, but unfortunately his mother died of tuberculosis when he was 14 years old. Then Carl began working in an apprenticeship in a textile mill in St. Margrethen when he was 15.
Like I said, he was born in Switzerland, but he came here at the age of 18, not knowing a word of English.
The category of educational activities is awarded for videos that describe school-sponsored programs or feature events sponsored by educational institutions or school districts. In the category of Educational Activities Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Allison Long, Mallory Kenny, Leonid Mazur, and Michael Wheeler from Germantown High School Television for the project titled Memphis Shelby Schools Report.
Hello, and welcome to a new edition of Memphis Shelby County Schools Report. We're coming to you from the studios of Germantown High School Television. I'm Maria Strickland.
And I'm Caden Bolton. Each month we highlight various people, programs, and events making a difference in our school system.
In the category of Educational Activities Community Radio, the hometown goes to Sage Tangway from WTJU Radio for the project titled Symposia, Matriculation.
So first, to start off, I'd love to actually ask you, Sophia, what was the transition from high school to college like for you?
Pretty atypical. My first year from high school to college was the COVID years. Basically,
in the category of Educational Activities Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Eileen Rosen, Jim Hoppin, and Shirley Joel from Manhattan Neighborhood Network for the project titled Active Aging Stories.
Walter and I met at Brooklyn College in 1963. I was an art major, and at the time, Walter was a math major, and he had just come back from being in the Army. And we met in an ed class. And the reason we met was because...
In the category of Educational Activities Student, the hometown goes to GHS-TV, CMTV, and European School in Tbilisi, Georgia, from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022, An Ocean Apart, A World Together, Our Questions Answered.
Of An Ocean Apart, A World Together, Our Questions Answered. A collaboration between the European School in Tbilisi, Georgia, and Germantown High School in the United States of America. I am Nino Gavaiza.
And I am Dutch Tarchise. Greetings to all. This is the third time at Georgia.
The Educational Profile category is awarded for programs that promote educational institutions or showcase the school district students or employees at work. In the category of Educational Profile Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Allison Long, Mallory Kenny, Leonid Mazer, and Michael Wheeler from Germantown High School Television for the project titled Memphis Shelby Schools Report.
And so that was the main thing that I had, as far as trying to build a program up here and trying to get new recruits in the class. Having kids that got a passion and want to work, that want to, achieve success, not on an ego level, but on a level where we're doing this as a team environment.
In the category of Educational Profile Community Radio, the hometown goes to Mary Garner McGee and Jim Ryan from WTJU Radio for the project titled Inside UVA, Rita Dove.
Hi everyone, I am Jim Ryan, President of the University of Virginia, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the 10th episode of Inside UVA. This podcast is a chance for me to speak with some of the amazing people at the university and to learn more about what they do and who they are.
In the category of Educational Profile Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Thomas Brissett, Susan McFarland, Lisa Getter, Frank Schott, and Dee White from Nantucket Community Television, Nantucket Golf Club Foundation for the project titled The Journey of the Nantucket Scholar.
Ever since I was little and I knew this scholarship was a thing, I knew that one day I strived to be a finalist for it.
I've always looked up to the Nantucket Scholars. I've always thought, man, I want to be like them, the Nantucket Scholars.
In the category of Educational Profile Student, the hometown goes to Rosa Lopez Nunez and Marissa Reynoso from Go EdTech Go for the project titled EHS Football Hype Video 2022.
And I'm heavy in the streets, 22 or 23, I'm heavy with the heat. Hit you with this top
The next category is Emergency Communications, awarded to programs that help communicate important emergency information to residents. In the category of Emergency Communications Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jerry Day and Chris Brown from Access to Alumni for the project titled Are You Ready? Creating a Go Bag.
The first step is have a plan and have a go bag. What's a go bag? A go bag is a backpack of any form and size that has everything you might need or want to have in case.
In the category of Emergency Communications Student, the hometown goes to Code Blue News from Holbrook Community Access and Media for the project titled CBN, Telecommunicator Week.
Dispatchers go above and beyond. We're the first line of defense when you're in crisis. We're the first people you talk to. We're the ones that are gathering the information for the first responders, not only to help the caller, but also to paint the picture of what's going on at that scene for the first responders.
The color gold is the thin gold line, so it's the glue that holds it all together.
Moving on to Entertainment and Arts series. Awarded to programs designed to entertain and amuse using visual, media or performance arts, sports commentary, and entertainment talk shows. In the category of Entertainment and Arts Series, Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jason Augenstein of Access Vision and Clovis Bordeaux of Battle Creek Community Foundation from Access Vision for the project titled Winterfest Variety Show.
Sledding hills and candy cane vendors on every corner. That's what makes a great community. What do you think makes a great community, Santa?
I believe what makes a great community are all the different kinds of people who live there.
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Series, Community Radio, the hometown goes to Robbie Zucker from WTBR-FM Pittsfield Community Radio for the project titled Berkshire Sports Now.
We're just outside. Can't get any better, right?
It is beautiful out there. You know what's not beautiful?
What?
Is the Celtics shooting last night. God, talk about a disaster. I mean, you know, I thought that they were going to win last night because, you know, they came back in the third quarter. The first quarter was putrid.
Oh, it was terrible.
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Series, Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Robert Cam from Thurston Community Media for the project titled Karaoke Oli.
Hi, I'm Napoleon Dynamite, and I'm pretty much like the best karaoke singer on the planet. Idiot! So this is Karaoke Oli, and we do this on the third Friday of every month.
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Series, Student, the hometown goes to Robert Zahn, GNPS TV Director, GNPS TV Crew, for the project titled Student Filmmaker Showcase.
Hi, I'm Rob Zahn, Director of Educational Television and Broadcast Media here at Great Neck Public Schools, and I'm very excited to introduce another exciting edition of Student Filmmaker Showcase, a show that highlights short films produced and directed by Great Neck student filmmakers.
Now for Entertainment and Arts, Single Episode. Awarded to a single episode of a program designed to entertain and amuse using visual, media, or performance arts, sports commentary, and entertainment talk shows. In the category of Entertainment and Arts Single Episode Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Daniel J. Leone, Lucia Dragos, Christo Bakalov, Norin Omar, Steve Carbo, and Christina Gary from Queens Public Television for the project titled Around Queens, Louis Armstrong Legacy Jazz Jam.
This is an art form that comes from a culture. It's not just something that you learn in school. It comes from people, real live people. What Flushing Town Hall has been doing is very, very important with having jam sessions.
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Single Episode Community Radio, the hometown goes to DJ Mouse, Dawn Humphrey, from 103.3 Asheville FM, for the project titled Come On in My Kitchen, Halloween Episode.
And this here's a song about a Welsh witch.
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Single Episode Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Leah Wells from LA36, LACTAC, Los Angeles, for the project titled Travel Today with Leah, LA Little Tokyo.
In downtown Los Angeles, Little Tokyo. We're starting our day here at the Doubletree Hilton up at the top floor in Gardens. We're going to visit Japanese gardens today, museum, a tea room. We're going to
In the category of Entertainment and Arts Single Episode Student, the hometown goes to Michael Southworth and Isaac Reyes from Go EdTech Go for the project titled Mid-Afternoon with Michael and Andrew, Episode 12.
Top of the morning to you, ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Mid-Afternoon with Michael and Andrew,
or the Eastside Mamas. Today is a very special episode because
it's St. Patrick's Day.
And in St. Patrick's Day tradition, we've kept up with the great attire.
And I got a special surprise for you guys.
The event fundraising category is awarded to a program covering an event designed to raise awareness, money, and support for an organization's mission. In the category of Event Fundraising Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Daniel J. Leone, Lucia Dragos, Christo Bakalov, Andrew Guidoni, Steve Carbo, and Christina Gary from Queens Public Television for the project titled Around Queens, Jazz in the Sky.
So many things that we just couldn't do. But when it came to the music, you couldn't tell us how we're gonna play music, how we're gonna play our music, how we're gonna interpret it.
The experimental category awarded to a risk-taking or unique work that challenges traditional boundaries using innovative production techniques. In the category of Experimental Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to William O'Donnell and Mark Crosby from Quincy Access Television for the project titled History Comes Alive, Norwood Town Hall.
In 1926, town meeting members voted in an appropriation to construct this building as a memorial to Norwood residents who had served in World War I. The new Gothic cathedral-like building was...
In the category of Experimental Independent Producer, the hometown goes to producer Oswald Williams and Griffin Rossler from My Block TV, Queens Public Television for the project titled Ascension. In the category of Experimental Student, the hometown goes to Jabril Green from Berkeley Community Media for the project titled M-Ya, The Final Expedition.
The for-profit category covers programming that creates awareness for a for-profit service/business in a community. In the category of For-Profit Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jeff Poole and Aidan Horrigan from Westboro TV for the project titled Norse Farm, EDC Hall of Fame Award.
So we get the freshness, and the flavor comes from my sorting through all kinds of varieties of product that we've grown over the years to find out which one tastes the best. I was born and raised here in Westboro. My family's lived here for 300 years. We feel like we're a part of the community. So this is an important...
In the category of For-Profit Student, the hometown goes to producer Holly Van Wee and supervisor Karen Henderson from Westboro TV for the project titled Go Local Westboro, Simply So Hope.
We have a lot of candles. I love the jar candles. Anything that I use that is glass or plastic, you totally could reuse it. That's really important to us, that things are sustainable. I do get a lot of requests for making specialty soaps and products for weddings, for...
The category of Government Activities is awarded for videos that describe government programs and services or feature events sponsored by government agencies. In the category of Government Activities Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to John Walls, Mitchell Anderson, and Chris Williams from James City County for the project titled Glass Only Recycling Program.
Take it away, guys. Simply drop your glass into the purple containers located at county convenience centers or other locations. The glass stays local and creates a closed loop system. Glass from the containers goes back to OI for production and can be back on the shelf.
In the category of Government Activities Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Ben Williams and Summer Dash from Oak Ridge Office of Environmental Management for the project titled Oak Ridge Bombers.
We're starting out in our hot cell operations, and we actually have the radioactive material inside the hot cells.
This is one of environmental management's biggest projects, but what does it have to do with cancer?
Everyone, family.
In the category of Government Activities Student, the hometown goes to Nola Buzansky and Levi Armstrong from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Special Report, Gubernatorial Candidates Town Hall.
I know where we do a good job, I know where we have room for improvement, and making sure that first of all the funding's there, but also parental choice when it comes to education. Review of the material so parents know what their kids are being taught, and also making sure that if the kids aren't getting the education they deserve, parents can move them to public school.
Now for government meeting coverage. Awarded for programming that helps citizens understand and follow local government meetings. In the category of Government Meeting Coverage Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to John Funfar from City of Pasco Television for the project titled City of Pasco City Council.
Good evening and welcome to City of Pasco's council meeting. The council thanks you for being part of Pasco, for being part of your city government. At meetings, the city council takes formal action on items, holds public hearings, and conducts other business of the city. Agenda packets are available.
In the category of Government Meeting Coverage Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Chris Luce, David Palomares, Michael Sane, Chris Leedon, and Gabe Thomas from Community Media of the Foothills for the project titled City Council Recap, November 1st, 2022.
Wrapping up the girls volleyball season at Clifton Middle School.
That's right. Very exciting. As a matter of fact, I know we're going to talk about MAP, but I saw some of my players in the audience at the city council meeting this last week, and so it's exciting to see the kids being good on the court, but also being.
Our next award is Government Profile, presented for programs that feature government departments or showcase government employees at work. In the category of Government Profile Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jonathan Alexander from City of Hyattsville for the project titled A Love Letter to DPW.
The Department of Public Works has multiple different departments. I think that we deserve to be recognized for our good work, and this facility shows us that the city, the residents, our council, and our staff and city administrator are willing to invest in a department.
In the category of Government Profile Community Radio, the hometown goes to Roberta McCulloch-Dews from WTBR FM, Pittsfield Community Radio, for the project titled Backstory. Let's hear it.
It's calming because today is hectic, and I'm like, as soon as you started talking, and with these, I don't know, maybe it's the magic with the microphone, I don't know, and I'm like, all right, I could get into this. This is okay.
For sure.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you. All right, so.
In the category of Government Profile Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Seth Thomas, Town of Brattleboro, from Brattleboro Community Television, for the project titled Brattleboro Fire Department Training Feature, December 2022.
The firefighters are working against numerous distractions, including the sounds of radio chatter and their own self-contained breathing apparatus. In a real emergency, they would also have to deal with the noise produced from the fire itself.
The category Informational Talk Show Single Episode is awarded to discussion programs/interviews designed to inform viewers on a specific topic. In the category of Information Talk Show Single Episode Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Allison Long, Mallory Kenny, Leonid Mazer, and Michael Wheeler from Germantown High School Television for the project titled Memphis Shelby Schools Report.
Simply STEM. It's simply partnering with elementary schools and teaching them about science and St. Jude education.
The coolest thing that we learned through our research, we learned that how cancer was made and stuff.
In the category of Informational Talk Show Single Episode Community Radio, the hometown goes to Bev Livingston from KKFI 90.1 FM for the project titled Jaws of Justice.
On Jaws of Justice, we examine how to find justice in our society. Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are. Now, our show.
Greetings, Kyle.
In the category of Information Talk Show Single Episode Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Datwang Cullens, Adiambo Mitchell, and Mike Favor from Manhattan Neighborhood Network for the project titled Mistake Are Valuable.
I can get over it. No, I can get over with it. You know, or she'll find a way to like it, right?
True.
Or she'll check.
Shorty did say that.
Or she'll check me in a way where I still have a chance. She's still letting me know it's okay.
In the category of Information Talk Show Single Episode Student, The hometown goes to GHS TV crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 Crosstalk, Brownsville.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Crosstalk. I'm your host, Tia Lyons. This week, as part of our Little Town series, we travel east to Brownsville, Tennessee, also known as the heart of the Tennessee Delta. This town of just over 10,000 has a strong cultural heritage, a proud educational system, and an enthusiastic outlook.
Our next category is Informational Talk Show Series, awarded to discussion programs or interviews designed to inform viewers on a specific topic. In the category of Informational Talk Show Series Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Robert Cam, Martha Correa, and Jordan Ploze Alicia from TC Media for the project titled Mission Nonprofit, Mission Year 2022.
Teach you weaving, blacksmithing, woodworking. It's called Arbutus Folk School. Computer, put it on.
Hillary, you're the executive director of Arbutus Folk School. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is?
In the category of Informational Talk Show Series Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Laurel Hoffman and Andrew Hoffman from Contemporary Fashion Education Incorporated for the project titled Creating Fashion with Laurel.
And when I make clothes, I just take patterns that already fit me, and I often adjust them a little this way or that way so they look a little different. So here's my yardages so that when I'm in the store, I know how much to buy. And this column is for 45-inch wide, and this is for 60-inch wide.
In the category of Informational Talk Show Series Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 Crosstalk Compilation.
Hello, and welcome to GHS TV's award-winning talk show, Crosstalk. I'm your host, Ternice Anderson. Each week, we discuss topics important to our diverse community. Orange Mound here in Memphis has the distinction of being America's first Black community, built solely by and for Black people. But what is it like?
The next category is instructional/training. These videos provide how-to advice or teach a subject or skill. In the category of Instructional/Training Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Natalie Nigg from CMAC Fresno Clovis for the project titled Media Representations and Why They Matter.
Media representation can be defined as the ways in which people, places, objects, and social situations are portrayed within the media. Whether you're watching the news, a movie, a documentary, or a TV show, everything you see on screen is a representation. It's important to...
In the category of Instructional/Training Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Bob Rosinski from Longmont Public Media for the project titled Joel's Garden Academy.
Hi, my name is Joel Reich. I live in Longmont, Colorado, and I'm extremely fond of growing fruit. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about grafting, specifically of fruit trees, why we do it, why it's a ton of fun, and some of the great things you can do for yourself and others.
Now for local performances winners, featuring music concerts, plays, or dance performances. In the category of Local Performances Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Daniel Leone, Rosalind Nieves, Madeline Johnson, John Leinung, Joseph Swift, James Faber, Henry Ramos, Verity Rollins, Derek Simmons, Kemuel Charles, and Nate Gelsum from Queens Communication Corporation for the project titled NYCMC Presents Smell the Rose.
And Carmen Witt with the Guardia Performing Arts Center invites you to smell the roses as we celebrate the gifts and honor the musical journeys of New York City's extraordinary musicians and artists. The exquisite list of honorees include Paul Schaefer.
In the category of Local Performance Community Radio, the hometown goes to Bill Rusty Crowell and Jan Elba from Philly Cam for the project titled Philly Folk Scene.
This is a song I wrote called Earth. And in many ways, I think the guitar is the main voice, and I'm just accompanying it.
In the category of Local Performances Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Jerome Whalen, Julia Van Ijken, and Bob Silman from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Young at Heart Chorus 40th Anniversary Show.
And this one by Sonic Youth.
In the category of local performances student, the hometown goes to Miguel Rodriguez Kino from MCTV for the project titled The Music of Noon.
So what Hosni does is take ancient Egyptian poetry and involve it in deeply rooted sections that we have built specifically for his vocals that stem from.
The magazine show's winners are programs comprised of several pre-produced segments or stories on different topics, introduced by a host or narrative. In the category of Magazine Shows Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to David Palomares, James Delicio, Michael Sane, Gabe Thomas, and Chris Leeton from Community Media of the Foothills for the project titled KGEM Live Encore.
Volunteer here at Monrovia Community Garden, and then Kristen and I started Food Ed. There was a call from the community for more school gardens.
And we started to look around the community at Plymouth at different schools, and these gardens are really...
In the category of Magazine Shows Community Radio, the hometown goes to Lanita Duke, Althea Billings, Mary Lee, Nia Gray, Cecil Prescott, and Diane Johnson from Grassroot News Northwest for the project titled LTAR Kwanzaa 2022.
Purpose as my favorite principle because this year I saw a lack of purpose in the new phenomenon, or maybe not new, but more Americans are starting to believe in the phenomenon of QAnon. I believe QAnon.
In the category of Magazine Shows Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Derek Freites, David Photo, Charlie Murphy, and Eric Saw from Fairhaven TV for the project titled The Magazine, Year in Review 2022.
It's very historical.
It is,
Why is it called the Millicent Library?
So when Henry Huddleston Rogers had his family, the youngest daughter, Millicent, she died when she was only 17 years old.
In the category of Magazine Shows Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV Crew from Germantown High School for the project titled 2022 GHS Insider.
Welcome to GHS Insider, the show that's all about the G. I'm Tia Lyons, and today you'll get an inside look at everything happening around Germantown High School. We've got a jam-packed show, so let's find out what's coming up. School safety is on the minds of everyone.
The Mixed and Transmedia category features programs that use different media forms, still imagery, animation, transmedia, puppetry, spoken word, etc. In the category of Mixed and Transmedia Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Ann Schweisguth and Mark Martinez from SWC TV for the project titled Woodbury City Budget, Lego Style.
This year's city operating budget will be used to maintain and enhance services like police, fire and emergency medical services, installing new playgrounds, maintaining the city trails, providing recreational options like ball fields and tennis courts, landscape maintenance.
In the category of Mixed and Transmedia Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Northampton Open Media, the community of Northampton, P. Albert Williams, David Newland, and Liz Walber from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Crowdsourced Cinema 2022, Star Wars A New Hope.
Ben Kenobi! Boy, am I glad to see you.
The youngling wastes are not to be traveled lightly. What are you doing out this far?
This little droid seems to be searching for his former master. I've never seen...
In the category of Mixed and Transmedia Student, the hometown goes to Max Gledhill, Nola Buzansky, and Kai Lenhoff from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Cold Open, Magic Paper.
No, yeah, super thoughtful, thanks, but I'm just gonna go back to doing my real work.
All right, well, peace out, Frechette.
See ya.
The news category includes regularly scheduled programs providing coverage of local issues, people, places, and events through reports, interviews, and video clips. In the category of News Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jeff Barnd and Jared Sweet from Arlington Community Media Incorporated for the project titled ACMI News.
Area listings for showtimes and hits the red carpet to talk to moviegoers and award-winning filmmakers about the timely themes this year on Arlington Silver Screen. And what do mortadella, capicola, provolone cheese, and Genoa salami have in common with a football field?
In the category of News Community Radio, the hometown goes to Faith Amafidden, Natalie Candler, Katie Coffey, Richard Rosenthal, Shavarsh Morrissey, Leroy McLaurin, and Ashley Lewis from Boston Neighborhood Network Media for the project titled News Community Radio.
Because at the end of the day, people are going to come to this building because it's a place where art gets made and art gets shared. We have built a place of congregation where people come together to have that collective experience that Loretta was describing, to share space, to actually whatever.
In the category of News Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Pat McDonald from Orca Media for the project titled Vote for Vermont, Report Broken System, Broken Promises.
There's not much investigation that's taken place. So then and this is the experience that we've seen in this process, then there's a rush to judgment. We have to do something now because we've had this kid out of the house, this child's out of the house.
In the category of News Student, the hometown goes to Emma Golis Pedalaboard, Elijah Curtin Edelman, and Camilla Brewer from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Special Report Death Penalty.
So that's required by the Constitution, and the Constitution really just creates a baseline, and then states are allowed to carry out the death penalty in the way they want.
Do I think the death penalty should be allowed? I think I have mixed feelings about it, honestly. I feel like since this guy killed 17 people, I think he should.
The original film drama category is a scripted and/or acted dramatic show or series, scripted action or adventure, reenactment or suspense program, a humorous show or series, traditional or innovative art, poetry, spoken recital, theater, or other art medium, such as video art or experimental videos, other non-musical art medium, or artist profiles. In the category of Original Film Drama Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Robert Surgott and Colleen Hopper from Sterling Heights Television for the project titled Every 15 Minutes, A Sterling Heights Story. In the category of Original Film or Drama Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Dmitry Lakoba from Media Factory for the project titled Cabin Fever, Freud and Shod.
Body. Come here, body.
In the category of Original Film or Drama Student, the hometown goes to Madison Parr, Levi Armstrong, Emil Roth, and Camden DeFranco from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Cold Open, Homecoming.
Hello, Corn Cob Club, welcome back. Now for the wardrobe. Do wear one article of clothing from your parents' closet so you look mature. And don't wear the shoes you get the most pleasure.
The public health programming categories are programs that educate the public about community health initiatives and aim to prevent disease or injury. In the category of Public Health Programming Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jason Baldwin, Will Shannon, and Zoe Sobel from KPU-TV and Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center for the project titled In the Spotlight, Breast Cancer.
Starting at 50 every other year. There are certain populations where we certainly would consider getting the mammogram in the 40s, but that decision should be made by the patient with their doctor.
In the category of Public Health Programming Community Radio, the hometown goes to Dr. Dick Needleman from 103.3 Asheville FM for the project titled Healthy Asheville Health Report.
In local news, the Buncombe County Department of Health and Human Services, whose initials are BCDHHS, will partner with 103.3 Asheville FM and the Getaway River Bar to hold a monkeypox vaccination clinic.
In the category of Public Health Programming Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Leah Cohen from Brick Brooklyn Free Speech for the project titled Autism, Lost Generations and Neurodiversity.
I've been accused of autism. I don't know if it's actually true. I do know that I have some autistic traits and that they have mostly made my life more difficult.
If I were to do something...
In the category of Public Health Programming Student, the hometown goes to Isabella Riley from CMAC Fresno Clovis for the project titled Fentanyl, the American Crisis.
They might start drooling and eventually they actually stop breathing. One of the ways that fentanyl works, it's a very potent pain medicine, and it's derived, it's a synthetic, so it's sort of a man-made derivation of morphine. And what all of these drugs...
Our next category is public service announcements, short videos less than 1 minute, promoting a community event or organization or presenting a particular social message. In the category of Public Service Announcements Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jennifer DeCina, Brian Devine, Alan Ginsberg, and Rebecca Levine from Town of North Hempstead for the project titled Don't Leave Your Dog in the Car PSA.
It can be dangerous, even deadly, to leave your dog in the car. So please, anytime it's warm outside, do not leave your dog unattended in a hot car. Hot summer days can also be extremely dangerous for a dog's paws. On a 77-degree day...
In the category of Public Service Announcements Student, the hometown goes to Teen Tiger TV from WPAA TV and Community Media Center for the project titled It Is Never Too Late 988.
Nearly 50 million Americans struggle with mental health, and no time is the wrong time to ask for help. So, when feeling down or feeling blue, here's what to do. Call 988. It's never too late.
The next category features entries dedicated to racial justice and civil rights. These are programs that educate, inform, and advance racial justice or civil rights work. In the category of Racial Justice and Civil Rights Programming Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Zebulon Schmidt and Donald Hyman from Open Stage Media for the project titled Conversations on Freedom.
First Black-led union to be formally recognized by the American Federation of Labor and eventually led the charge on civil rights. And I became one of the most important women labor and civil rights organizers.
In the category of Racial Justice and Civil Rights Programming Community Radio, the hometown goes to Eric Carrig from 103.3 Asheville FM for the project titled Solutions for the Underaffiliated, Lessons from Cherokee Heritage.
Towhee is sort of a central rooting concept or philosophy in a sense. On the surface, I think balance is an appropriate way to talk about that. I think about it also in regards to this idea of historical trauma. So how do we combat, how do we heal from?
In the category of Racial Justice and Civil Rights Programming Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Mark Hughes and Vincent Mitchell from Town Meeting TV for the project titled The Juxtaposition, Hiding Behind Objectivity.
No doubt. I was just thinking that, one of the challenges that we have with the movement in the course of creating these programs and these policies to address systemic racism is the notion of objectivity.
In the category of Racial Justice and Civil Rights Programming Student, the hometown goes to Code Blue News from Hallbrook Community Access and Media for the project titled CBN, Hispanic Heritage Mural.
Really about civic leadership and engagement of young people, and now obviously we've sort of focused more on the Afro-Latin arts piece of it.
This is the heart of Boston, the heart of the Latino community in Boston. They call the Latin Quarters of Jamaica Plain.
Up next is Radio DJ of the Year category. This is for programs produced by DJs of community radio stations. In the category of Radio DJ of the Year, The hometown goes to Robin Tomlin, aka the Rum Cove, from WTJU Radio, for the project titled Soulful Situation.
Well, the Royal Rum Cove is getting out of the hot seat. I want to let you know that on the 27th of March, I'll be joined by Preston Louderback for a special show about the life of junior.
The category of sports coverage and leisure and recreation focuses on physical activities people choose to do in their free time to pursue personal interests, pleasurable and enjoyable activities. This year, we have 2 winners in the Access Center Professional Division. In the category of Sports Coverage, Leisure/Recreation, Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Daniel J. Leone, Lucia Dragos, Christo Bakalov, Steve Carbo, and Christina Gary from Queens Public Television for the project titled Around Queens, 13th Annual Unicycle Festival.
We have Learn to Ride area, we have coaches here, we have unicycle with training wheels that you can try, unicycles that you pedal backwards to go frontwards. So today is really an opportunity for unicycle folks to try something completely new, but it's also a chance.
In the category of Sports Coverage, Leisure/Recreation, Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Pamela Gardner from Fairfax County Government Channel 16 for the project titled FCPA Adapted Aquatics.
And they're unified in one thing. They want to learn how to swim, and we're there not only to teach them how to swim, we're there to teach them how to compete in swimming. So they're going to learn how to turn, they're going to learn how to start, and they're going to learn how to be successful.
In the category of Sports Coverage, Leisure/Recreation, Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Leah Wells from IEMG San Bernardino for the project titled Travel Today with Leah, Joshua Tree.
Welcome to Travel Today with Leah to Joshua Tree. Join me, your host Leah, as we travel to the town of Joshua Tree, but also the National Park Joshua Tree. Join me in the park as we go for a hike and we go for a ride.
In the category of Sports Coverage, Leisure/Recreation, Student, the hometown goes to Jane Harrison Millman and Shira Sweet from Northampton Open Media for the project titled Hamped Up Fencing.
So the idea of high school fencing or fencing in a high school league as a winter sport, I think, takes people out of the cycle of your more traditional or national competitive fencing in a way that there's a disconnect between what we do in the high school fencing and what other fencers actually do.
Next up are the winners for Sports Coverage Live Competition, featuring Game of the Week, or coverage of a sports activity or competition. In the category of Sports Coverage Live Competition Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Taylor Johnson from QC TV for the project titled Football Section 7AA AAA Championship.
And a chance there is his first one, just a 2-yard plunge, but countered back, and then Nelson, a nice pass here to Heller. Heller picks it up there, and that gave the Huskies with that extra point a 1-point lead. They battled back and following it up the middle here.
In the category of Sports Coverage Live Competition Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Flume Media Live Production Team from Flume Media for the project titled Girls Basketball Newfound vs. WMRHS 2922.
Division 3 girls basketball matchup on tonight, where it's the White Mountain Regional Spartans hosting the Bears of Newfound in the green out on the court right now. And as always, Adam Reitzma with you.
In the category of Sports Coverage Live Competition Student, the hometown goes to McLean High School from CMAC Fresno Clovis for the project titled CMAC High School Football.
7 or 8 yards across the 40-yard line.
The Highlanders have to be careful on that. That was real iffy, that hit. Boy, when they cross the sidelines like that, you got to let it go.
The Underserved Voices category is for programs produced by individuals with developmental or physical challenges, or created about subjects of interest/areas of concern in underserved communities. In the category of Underserved Voices Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Torrance City Cable for the project titled 3-Generation Japanese American Military Family.
And there's a lot of them. Japanese Americans live forever.
But, you know, realistically, we know that they'll only have so much more time left.
Stacy shares many pictures, including this, her favorite family photo, where they all wore matching shirts.
In the category of Underserved Voices Community Radio, the hometown goes to Gabe Castro and Kat Cushion from PhillyCam for the project titled Ghouls Next Door.
Could you tell us a bit about like your experiences? So you've been in there for 25 years. Have you, with your time there, interacted with anyone, perhaps just like interactions with...
In the category of Underserved Voices Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Jennifer Robin from CMAC Fresno Clovis for the project titled Endangered Language.
Awa in Southern Sierra Miwok means mouth. So people of the gaping mouth.
Well, Southern Sierra Miwok has been in this area, basically Mariposa County, for thousands of years. Some say that it came from the Great Basin.
In the category of Underserved Voices Student, the hometown goes to Daniela Maciel Navarro from CMAC Fresno Clovis for the project titled El Poder of a Classroom.
My name is Elvia Rodriguez. I'm a professor of History and Chicano Studies. I teach both at Fresno State and at Fresno City College. At Fresno City College, I teach history there, and at Fresno State, where I also teach History and Chicano Studies. I started there in 20...
Our next category is virtual events, focusing on meetings, programs, conferences, and events that were held virtually. In the category of Virtual Events Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Carroll County Chamber of Commerce, Carroll County Public Schools, from Community Media Center of Carroll County for the project titled 2022 Outstanding Teacher Awards.
And now, I would like to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Stephen Lockard.
Thank you, Cindy. Good evening, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here this evening to recognize our outstanding teachers. I'd like to personally
In the category of Virtual Events Independent Producer, the hometown goes to producer Birja Unvash, co-authors Birjan Uvash and Professor Olgi Uvash from the Light Millennial Global, cablecasted through QPTV for the project titled Our Groundwater. How can we work together to manage it sustainably?
Welcome to Your Excellencies, distinguished speakers, presenters, and all of our guests of this program who join us from all parts of the world. Now, please allow me to welcome to our moderator, distinguished speaker, and panelists of the first.
In the category of Virtual Events Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV, CMTV, and European School of Tbilisi, Georgia, from Germantown High School, for the project titled 2022, An Ocean Apart, A World Together, Our Questions Answered.
I would definitely recommend listening to Doja Cat. Doja Cat is an amazing artist. She recently just made a song called Vegas for a movie, Elvis, which is based off of artist Elvis Presley here in Memphis.
Would anybody? Kristen?
Next up is voter education. Programs that increase participation in voting in local elections. In the category of Voter Education Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Jen Adams, Eugene Feugelman, and Stephen Kessinger from New TV for the project titled Newton News. Mayor Fuller discusses Override 2023.
We've got $1.4 million in there to pave our streets better, fix more sidewalks, and to make safety improvements. We also have $1 million for parks and playgrounds.
In the category of Voter Education Independent Producer, the hometown goes to Ernest Owens from PhillyCam for the project titled Earnestly Speaking, the Election Special.
But I'm also curious, though, about other issues around voting that, we talk about it in the sense of like we're all going to show up to the polls and vote. But why are some real reasons why people are not voting that does not have anything to do with the other side of politics?
In the category of Voter Education Student, the hometown goes to GHS TV crew from Germantown High School for the project titled Crosswalk 2022 Election.
And Mr. Stimble, what issues are most important to the voters that you've been talking to?
I think the most important issue that we are seeing right now, and everybody is talking about it, is the rise in violent crime in Memphis. Voters are very concerned about liberal district attorneys.
Web-based programs, international or entertaining programs designed for internet streaming. In the category of Web-based Programs Access Center Professional, the hometown goes to Colin Marr, Nicholas Lavalle, and Justin Slez from Merrimack TV for the project titled Merrimack Moment, celebrating Patricia Cunningham.
This concert with the new song that we just started working on 3 days ago, which it was astounding to me how incredible this band is and how we've been able to put it all together in such a short period of time and make it sound as good as it does.
In the category of Virtual Events Independent Producer, the hometown goes to producer Birja Unvash, co-authors Birjan Uvash and Professor Olgi Uvash from the Light Millennial Global, cablecasted through QPTV for the project titled Our Groundwater, How Can We Work Together to Manage It Sustainably?
Welcome to your excellencies, distinguished speakers, presenters, and all of our guests of this program who join us from all parts of the world. Now, please allow me to welcome to our moderator, distinguished speaker, and panelists of the first.
In the category of Web-based Programs Student, the hometown goes to Nola Buzanski and Gavin Knight Richard from Northampton Open Media for the project titled The Transcript.
We sought to learn more about this global issue and why it's important to our school community.
Youth Climate Action Now is the youth branch of Climate Action Now. We started this year, and the Poetry Vigil was our kickoff event.
And now, our final categories of the Hometown Awards presented to organizations for their overall excellence. Getting one of the Overall Excellence Awards reflects the distinction colleagues across the country place on our winners. Up first is the Overall Excellence in Educational Access category, awarded to organizations that operate only in educational access channels and resources. In the category of Overall Excellence Educational Access less than $300,000, the hometown goes to Candace New, Amanda Hoffler, and Brianna Ellers from Catharsis Media Incorporated for the project titled New Mexico Educational Access Channel.
Hi, my name is Abby Butler. I have been a watercolor artist for about 9
In the category of Overall Excellence Educational Access greater than $1 million, the hometown goes to Rockville, Maryland, from Montgomery College Television.
What a beautiful day we have today. Commencement is a remarkable event. It is a momentous moment that you will always remember. This one feels even more special because so many of us are in person for the first time.
Up next is the Overall Excellence in Government Access category, awarded to an organization that operates only government access channels and resources. In the category of Overall Excellence Governmental Access $300,000 to $650,000, the hometown goes to Home TV, staff and interns. From Home TV, Meridian Township.
So for 40 years, Wharton Center has been bringing the best of entertainment to Mid-Michigan. Broadway, jazz, classical music, dance, whatever genre.
Well, congratulations, Wharton Center. 40 years is amazing.
And then we've got Pretty Woman, the musical, which starts our...
In the category of Overall Excellence Governmental Access, $650,000 to $1 million, the hometown goes to staff from Shelby TV.
It's very difficult to respond to and have it where it's a linear response. So if we can combine our efforts and make it where something is a lot more streamlined, it can potentially save a life down the road.
We got more shots!
In the category of Overall Excellence Governmental Access, less than $300,000. The hometown goes to the Omni Center for Public Media and City of Carmel, Indiana.
There's a lot of really cool cars.
The worst situation for me was to be separated from my mother.
In the category of Overall Excellence Governmental Access greater than $1 million, the hometown goes to Rebecca Meckley, Executive Producer. From Fairfax County Government, Channel 16.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder that affects more than 100,000 Americans, mostly of African descent. Each September, the Fairfax County Health Department shines a spotlight on sickle cell disease in the hopes of raising public.
The overall excellence in community radio is awarded to community radio stations. In the category of Overall Excellence in Community Radio, less than $300,000, the hometown goes to KP Whaley, General Manager from Asheville FM 103.3.
All righty, let's give a great big welcome to Asheville's own Inspector with Bryce, Cam, and Kevin. Let's give it up for them. All right.
Oh, what up?
That was archival amalgamations, one all hour.
In the category of Overall Excellence in Community Radio greater than $1 million, the hometown goes to Brett Rodriguez and the dedicated producers of BNN from Boston Neighborhood Network Media.
As Boston's community radio station, we have to understand that we cover and inform the community about issues and concerns that no other media station can do from a community producer's perspective. We are in the community and we know the issues of the community because we are closest to what's happening.
The Overall Excellence in P, E, or G Access Awards are given to organizations responsible for any combination of public, educational, and governmental access channels and resources. In the category of Overall Excellence P, E, or G Access, $650,000 to $1 million, the hometown goes to QCTV.
Our customers, I tell you, they're almost as good as our teenagers. They come year after year, you get to know them.
Bill and Nancy Bauer are the owners of this berry paradise, and they've been doing it for 47 years.
In the category of Overall Excellence P, E, or G Access, less than $300,000, the hometown goes to Brattleboro Community Television.
Oh, can't wait to taste your skin.
It used to be that people were very timid about revealing their recovery status.
In the category of Overall Excellence P, E, or G Access greater than $1 million, the hometown goes to CMAC Fresno Clovis.
At Labrador Retriever Rescue of Fresno, we connect shelter dogs with foster families willing to aid dogs like Maddie Jane until they find their forever home. Fostering gives me a real sense of purpose and belonging.
In the category of Overall Excellence P, E, or G Access, $300,000 to $650,000, the hometown goes to Beth George, Jennifer Vale Stores, Cole Christensen, and Stephanie Chryselius from ICTV.
And it's the 41st anniversary of Tall Timber Days.
Hi, everybody. Brett Skiles, County Administrator here.
Overall Excellence in Public Access, awarded to an organization that operates only the public access channels and resources. Programming examples might include shows created by access staff, community producers, organizations, and individuals who have editorial control over the content of their programs. In the category of Overall Excellence Public Access, $300,000 to $650,000, the hometown goes to the staff and volunteers of MHTV from Marblehead Community Access and Media for the project titled MHTV, Overall Excellence in Public Access, Truly Local.
Hi, Gene Arnold here, and I'm a community partner with MHTV. Happy to be so. They're our source for local news, for programming, for all sorts of things. They give us a town meeting, they give us our local meetings, the selectmen, the Board of Health, all those other things.
In the category of Overall Excellence Public Access, $650,000 to $1 million, the hometown goes to Erica Bradley, producer, Robert Schofield, president, and Rebecca Farina, editor, from North Shore TV. In the category of Overall Excellence Public Access less than $300,000, the hometown goes to Team Hercules from WPAA TV and Community Media Center for the project titled Unity and Community Annual Report 2023.
Negotiations, they happen at the end of the session, in particular when the clock comes in handy to, just like in basketball, the clock comes in handy when you need to negotiate something to get to the finish line. Because people see the clock, they realize they...
In the category of Overall Excellence Public Access, greater than $1 million, the hometown goes to Daniel J. Leone, Roslyn Nieves, Madeline Johnson, Lucia Dragosh, John Linung, Christo Bakalov, Steve Carbo, Norin Omar, Joseph Swift, Henry Ramos, Kemuel Charles, Andrew Guidoni, and Christina Gary. From Queens Public Television.
Hire me. Everybody was kind of afraid to put me on a stage because they'd never seen it. I think I did over 40 shows with her. Then the whole world opened up. Man, that changed my life in a lot of ways, yeah.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating this year's Hometown Media Award winners. And thank you again to our sponsor, Cablecast.